Hi and welcome to I Have No Clue the podcast. And I named this podcast this way because who does have a clue in life or in business or anything? I'm Cornelia van Kranenburg and I am a former environmentalist, earth scientist. I'm in love with planet Earth, but I'm also in love with personal growth and business. And that is what this podcast is about. So let's dive in. It might be the hell to you. It might be something you absolutely love. I'm still not sure which one it is for me. But I have been on a vacation with a family twice last month. And I will go on a group trip with friends next week to Stockholm. And I thought, let's share what I did to make this happen, to not become a totally crazy person. During these weekends. I'm an introvert and groups of people are not really my thing. I can like it, but then people have to really mix and match with me, with how I am and the things that I like, then I love it. But a group, family, well, let's say I'm not very enthusiastic when people tell me, let's go on a family weekend with the whole fam, brothers-in-law, stepsisters-in-law, the whole crazy shebang. They were all there. And don't get me wrong, I am okay with family, but it's just usually for a limited amount of time. I'm done after 4 hours. I hope no one is listening to this, by the way. All right, but I am going to share you this story because I think there's something in it. This weekend, when this is in my calendar, I'm like, okay, how the hell am I gonna do that? How I'm gonna make sure that I like it, that I enjoy myself, that I have fun too, because let's be honest, I usually go on these kind of weekends to please other people, not really myself. Would not be my first choice, I guess. And it all starts with packing my stuff. No, actually it starts before that, because we have these weekends usually every year. And every year, last year I was so over aroused, I almost lost it. And I was really, am I gonna go again on this family weekend with this particular family? And we had a very, very good talk about this after the previous weekend. And I said, well, the house with the very thin walls and the open staircase means that I can hear the kids everywhere. And it's not working for me. Like, at all. Kids screaming loud around me in the middle of the night, in the middle of the day. Doesn't really matter. With one door in between. A cardboard door. It doesn't hold any sounds back. I was super over aroused last year. And I thought this year we need to do something different because that's not gonna happen again. Like, at all. We sat down and I said, well, I had an okay weekend, but I was really over aroused and there was no quiet place in this house. And I need that in order to enjoy this weekend. So if we're gonna go again next year, and I know you want to, I would like a separate house, a separate place to sleep. They were a little bit hesitant about this because where will you be? Will you be with us during the weekend? It's like, I need a spot to sleep. I need to have a quiet place to go to retreat. And they were super kind and they got this extra house for us. That was actually the reason that I thought, let's try this again, let's do this. And so I started packing at our place here. And I thought, okay, I need noise cancelling headphones. I journal every day, so I need to bring my journal as well. And I need to be able to read a book. So I got my e-reader as well. And with everything else that you obviously need during that weekend, we got into the car and we drove there. Of course, we are middle in the traffic jam. It takes a very long time to get there. I'm really happy I'm not driving towards this, so I wouldn't get there tired. Because, well, traffic jam for over an hour. Not really my thing. We get there, the type of conversations that we have in this family, it's completely fine, but it's super different from what I do and what I would like to talk about, because I'm from the in-depth conversations and life questions and all these kinds of things, and this is more like joking, talking about topics that do not interest me a lot, topics that do not really interest me, because these people work in such a different environment than I do. After dinner, it was quite late, I was so happy I could go to this separate house to read my book and sleep quietly. Like in a quiet spot, in a quiet house, no sounds around me. And I left everyone behind, including Bart, because he was playing board games. I really took this moment for me. And I think that's really important when you're away with a lot of people as an introvert. You definitely need time for you. So the next morning we prepared breakfast. So we got over there with all our stuff and we're baking pancakes for everybody. It was fun. But like with that much sound around me, I'm really happy to have like a task. I'm really happy with this task. Okay, I'm baking pancakes. You can have this pancake, you can have that pancake, but I don't dive into the conversation. Okay, well now I come across a very antisocial. I like these people, I talk to them, I really do. But a whole weekend, it's just a lot. I really like to have this designated task of, okay, I'm cooking dinner, I am making breakfast, I am having this thing that I can really do while being around the other people. That's what's really helping me. Second day was a little bit of the same. Didn't make breakfast this time. Took a bath in our separate house because they had a bath. Oh, love taking a bath. We don't have a bath here at home. So I took all these little moments for myself, reading a book, going into a bath, and I joined them into the swimming pool. For kids, that was fun. I love behaving like a young young kid, like going on all these slides. That was really lovely. So that was weekend number 1. And weekend number 2, I did a little bit of the same. Only we've never been with this side of the family, or basically my father's side of the family. And my father's side of the family, they're a lot like me. They're all introverts. They're all highly sensitive people. So the energy without kids is also a lot more chill, relaxed. It's fine. I'm reading a book in the morning in the sun. And it had a whole different kind of vibe. And our dog was with us that second weekend. He was funny. When we were packing the car, he was in the car before we actually put everything in. He was like, you are not going to forget me this time. So he was with us and we always share some interesting stories with each other. And I played a lot of board games with Bart, with everybody. We had fun. We had fun and everyone was really quiet. So it was actually time to shake it up a little bit. And we organized a skelter race. So we rented it was also in such a holiday park kind of thing. And we rented 2 skelters for like an hour or so. And we were gonna race. Well, then the competition comes out. You all want to win. So that was really a lot of fun, like racing around with adults on 2 skelters. Who's the fastest? And so we did that to shake it up a little bit. And whereas in the first weekend we went away kind of early, on this weekend we left the latest. Because everyone was like gone already. Typical introverts, like, I'm taking my time, I'm going on my own time, and bye kind of way. And we were like, okay, then we have the house for ourselves. That's nice. We're gonna stay until the evening. So that's what we did. And we enjoyed the quiet and the peace. We were not in a separate house here. It was one building, but it was a different brand, different how they arranged the house. So there were actually 2 doors between the living room and my bathroom instead of 1. And there were all extra doors in between. So then the sound is not as bad. That was really good. And now next weekend I'm flying to Stockholm to meet up with my European friends. And I actually do a lot of the same things. Last year in Paris, we had 2 hostel rooms because we are always in a hostel with this group. And then we had like the quiet one and the one who is gonna stay up until 3 a.m. And I'm always sleeping in the quiet spot, always. But also in this group, I'm taking some moments for myself, and usually that is making a story on Instagram. That's really like I close everything out. I just focused on my phone, my story, and I'm sharing that. And I can do that anywhere, anytime. It works really well. And I also bring like an e-reader and my noise cancelling headphones because God knows I'm gonna need them next week. And I might bring some earplugs too because we have 1 hostel room this time around. But I love it. I love these kind of weekends because we have these very intense, deep talks about life, about whatever is in our lives, like different lives. So these are all different kind of situations I'm in. I will be in next week, and I was in last month, 2 weekends. I actually liked it more than I thought I would. So that's very good. But I think it's all about taking the moments for yourself. So I also have the space and the energy to connect with everybody that I want to connect with. That's what I wanted to share with you today. And I will see you next week.